MCSR Ranked Playoffs is back, and we have a lot of good seeds and dominant performance that really set the table for what will come next week. For those who do not know, Ranked Playoffs is where 16 runners compete in a single elimination tournament where the runners play on the same seed with the same luck trying to kill the Ender Dragon first. The first round is the best of 5. Without further ado, let's get into the series. Loki versus Beefsalad. Loki is one of the greatest ranked runners of all time. In fact, he's probably the greatest, without debate. With 3 championships, Loki is a lot of people's pick to go all the way. But Beefsalad's another contender, winning Simply's Nether Regionals Reloaded. This is a very stacked matchup. On Seed 1, Loki chooses a Shipwreck. And, oh wait, that's a Rune Portal. Like I said, Loki chooses a Shipwreck for the first seed. The runners loot the Shipwreck, and the food chest has plenty of rotten flesh, and only 4 carrots, so the runners have to eat rotten flesh a lot. Also, there is gunpowder, so when the runners go back to the island, they can make TNT. The runners make the portal and sink, and enter the Nether at similar times. The runners spawn right next to a bridge where they do different routes where Loki takes a little bit of a lead. Loki leaves the Bastion first, but they enter the Nether Fortress at similar times. This can be deceptive because Loki pearls straight to the spawner, while Beefsalad takes another minute to find the spawner. But Beefsalad gets saved a little bit by getting strays. However, Loki goes to second portal cords in the lead, while Beefsalad enters the stronghold.
Absolutely,
Oh,
the portal's going down. Loki does hear it.
So bad for Beefsalad.
Just like that. And Loki's not going to go for it, Parker.
No, but he is.
Now.
It's just a delayed pearl.
He's
just
so
going to be
late on
slightly
the
lower,
pearl.
but this could matter. You know, he's not going to be able to push as high as Y level as Beefsalad, who maybe still has some better food.
Fly.
And it flies. And it.
No, it stays.
Oh, no.
It stays.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. My bad.
Oh my goodness. It's a tough 0 universal side setup, a little bit awkward as Beefsalad finds the portal room. The explosives have to start doing a little bit more damage for Loki, and he's getting low on health.
Oh, this is so bad, Curry. This anchor, I don't think this anchor's gonna do it.
It doesn't
kill, and he has no arrows. He gets there with time. Oh my.
The gold pickaxe mattering huge here. Huge second bet as well for Beefsalad. Loki waiting for the dragon to perch. Beefsalad is gonna get very low.
Oh my God.
Should be fine on this health. Just a very awkward situation, but after all that, Loki should still be taking the first seed in this matchup. Parker, what a first game!
What a start. The next seed is a Rune Portal. They both are at the overworld, but Beefsalad enters first, making a gold axe. They load in to see a triple stables. Beefsalad saves a bit of time due to his Bastion micro, and makes it to the spawner first, and they blind at the same time, but Beefsalad has 3 extra rods. And Beefsalad enters the stronghold first, and is in the end first while Loki's still in the Nether. Beefsalad clutches the 0 and wins. The seed is a village. While I was watching a Trivago ad,
you have to check Trivago.
Oh yeah? Prove it!
Both runners loot the village similarly. Loki keeps the lead into the Bastion, where they look through the same route and scan for Fortress. But they enter the spawner at similar time, but Beefsalad's double blaze bed helps them blind a bit faster. Beefsalad is on faster pace, but is not pre-crafted yet. And Loki catches up in the nap, and for the 0 cycle, Seed 4 is Desert Temple. They play the overworld similarly, but Beefsalad enters first. In the Nether, there's terrible terrain to the Bastion, but Loki plays it better entering first, and does triple the gap. Loki takes a bit lead into the fortress. Beefsalad saves a bit of time due to strays, and Beefsalad chooses to do a different spawner. But Loki expands their lead, and it's in the end while Beefsalad's still in the Nether. Loki kills the Ender Dragon and beats Beefsalad. Randic versus Hacks. Randic was the 8th seed, but not the favorite versus Hacking Noises, who has made the tournament runs before, but took a season off. Seed 1 is the Buried Treasure, where Hacks leaves the island 10 seconds faster, and Randic goes to the Rog Ravine. But then, Hacks takes 40 seconds to build this portal, so Randic catches up. The runners run to the double-triple stables, and the runners route the Bastion that is holding hands with the fortress. Randic stays around 20 seconds behind Hacks throughout the run, but then...
Wait a minute.
1 or 2 pearls left.
Wait a minute. Whoa. There's 2 different measurements on the screen. I'm pretty sure there are 2 different measurements on the screen.
Oh.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not different strongholds. Someone mismeasured. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
So we're gonna
no?
see here. Someone's wrong. 10 seconds when Hacks builds this portal. Who's wrong? So that's good.
That's just good.
Here we go. I mean, also Y47 could just be high. Is high. And Hacks is this is actually a bigger time loss because if Hacks is wrong, this is going to be a situation where he's going to dig down and has to dig all the way down and then dig all the way back up for his portal.
Oh
and
my
meanwhile,
gosh,
Rannic's leaving
digging all the way down.
Not nearly a situation where it's just smooth sailing for Randic all of a sudden. This is quite scary. A magma cube could just fall on his head at literally any time. And
but Hacks didn't miss.
Hacks messes up the 0, but it's okay since Randic is so far away. The next heat is a ruined portal. While Hacks kills animals, Randic enters the nether with no food. Hacks ties Randic in the bastion, but then takes the lead in the fortress with more food. Hacks uses this huge lead to coast to the win. Seed 3 is a village, and Randic enters a bit faster because Hacks forgot waters. They do triple the gap, and Randic enters the fortress first, but Hacks plays the spawner much better and they leave at the same time. Hacks takes better terrain to the cords, and Hacks enters the end first. He cannot 0 cycle due to the explosives, but is able to 1 cycle win. Kennan versus Dugal. Recently, Kennan's been on fire, getting multiple SSG world records, a sub 8 and a sub 7 ranked. While Dug has been the second best ranked player of all time, with 2 championships. But with the win here, Dug has a good case to get the #1 spot from Loki. Seed 1 is the buried treasure. Kennan places TNT between 3 trees on sand, so he's giving up blocks to get more wood, while Dug places TNT on dirt for more blocks but less wood. Kennan leaves the island first and is in the nether slightly before Dugal. In the nether, they run to a bastion and do triple the gap. Kennan gets down to half a heart but survives. They get to the fortress at very similar times. Kennan plays the strays and Dug plays the spawner. They leave the nether at very similar times too, and due to better terrain navigation, Dug enters the end first and 0 cycles for the win. The second seed is a village. Kennan finds gravel faster and taking the lead into the nether. And then, Kennan's manhunt route beats the top down, but Dug's navigation is faster for the terrain. Kennan blinds first.
From both these runners. They're different coordinates. Nerdy, they're different coordinates right now.
You're right. And Duke had a
He didn't miss on 2 eyes.
And Dug coasts to the win. The next seed is a shipwreck. Dug forgets to loot the wheat in the shipwreck, and then Kennan messes up the portal, so Dug is able to enter the nether first. In the stables, both runners do double triple, but Dug is out much faster, and Dug is into the fortress 1 minute before Kennan. Dug enters the stronghold much faster, but cannot find the portal room, and then Kennan catches up. Whoever finds the portal room first wins. Dug finds it first and 0s for the win. EDCR versus Vstrid. This is EDCR's first season really locked in, and they got the 1 seed, but Vstrid has more experience. Seed 1's a desert temple. The runners are into the nether at the same time, and they both enter the treasure bastion at similar times. EDCR leaves the bastion first, but only on 17 obsidian. This does not matter because EDCR takes a death and Strid is able to coast to the win. The second seed is a shipwreck. EDCR plays the shipwreck and takes the lead into the nether, but then in the treasure bastion, disaster strikes. For EDCR, a gas shoots the piglins, and EDCR is down to like 2. After this, Vstrid, getting faster trades, is able to coast to the win. The third seed is the village. Vstrid plays the overworld better and enters the bastion first. They both play the bastion similarly, but EDCR is able to leave first. And with a double blaze bed, EDCR gets much better spawns. EDCR enters the stronghold much faster but gets an awful spike. Strid enters the stronghold a bit later but gets a great spike, entering the end first and killing the dragon to knock off the 1 seed EDCR. In Darby vs 7RAL, 7RAL is the favorite, but has not done well in previous playoffs, and is now trying to turn it around. While Darby has had multiple great ranked runs recently. Seed 1's a buried treasure. They route the overworld, but Ral stops to kill a cow. Darby enters the nether 5 seconds later, but with slightly less food. The bastion is far, which favors Ral's food, but then Ral gets hit a lot in the bastion, losing his food advantage. They run to the fortress at the same time, and Darby has a small lead going to terrain.
you're wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Look at this Feinberg. Darby already in the stronghold. He just completely dominated that fortress split.
Must have been that
he's
double
got a significant
spawner into
advantage.
strays.
Yeah,
I don't love
I
his
think that's all
spike
it
though.
came
I
down
will
to.
say, can't see what he's looking for on the pie on that bow tie. Rao on the wrong pie, so we'll see if he likes any spike there. But this is definitely culled. Darby extending down these stairs here, and he finds it. Nice.
Finds it.
Fights through the culling.
Check out the 0 now. It's very open. That's good to
Yeah,
see.
He didn't overlap eating that salmon, but it's open, so it's not going to punish him here. And this is a very, very
Nice
standard
ball boy.
0. I guess if it flies at 90, we could see some interesting situation if Ral pushes 95. Darby's not alternating. Also, doesn't even have F3 up. He must just be counting the blocks that he's building up. That's a bit
Oh my
funny,
God.
but he's at 95, and I can't imagine he'll choke this from here with the amount of explosives we have. It's going to be Darby taking seed 1 over Ral, and Ral chokes the 0 anyways.
The second seed is a ruined portal without an iron pickaxe. Darby loses time due to jumping in the lava, but Ral has the lead into the bastion, into the fortress, blind and stronghold. But something Ral does to keep the lead is enter the stronghold with 11 eyes, but it's a 0 eye, so Darby is able to coast to the win. Seed 3 is a shipwreck, which is Darby entering the nether first, but then Ral takes the lead due to Darby teching these chests. Ral takes the lead into the fortress in the blind, but then Darby saves some time because they went top terrain, and then they enter the stronghold at the same time.
I
Looking
like
for
the
a
spike
spike.
that he got to the left. Is he going to commit to that? Where's Ral going to get a spike? Nowhere
Nice
yet,
hit.
but he's also committing left. Both these runners have to hunger reset. Darby's
There
there.
it is.
Ral aggressively
Hunger
pearling. This is going to come down to the 0.
I think Darby has a slight lead. Darby has a very slight lead. It's only a couple seconds, but we'll have to see. Not exactly sure if
One
stream delay.
full
is a
rotation
thing.
though, and he pearls into an Enderman. And then he overshoots his pearl.
Ral gets the good pearl. Ral's fine on the pearl.
Good
This is a
recovery
very
from
even
Darby, but
0.
can he get to 95? Darby is, but Ral's going to get to 99 here. So that entire rotation for Darby now gone. Oh my goodness, I don't know.
I don't know who's winning.
Darby missed his. Oh my god.
That off, but it's not going to kill
Can't
the
get
dragon.
the 3 rotation. That's got to be it. Darby's got to win the seed off of that.
Ral, it's going to be close. No,
Oh my
it's-
god, like
Oh
1
my
second.
god!
Oh
I
my
swear
god.
it was so. I swear the dragon took a while to kill for Darby there. I was not sold. You were sold.
I
it was Darby.
didn't think it'd be that
I was
close. I
not.
mean, Ral was just a rotation down there.
Monkey versus Tudo. Both runners don't really favor ranked. Tudo's been grinding no reset, while Mangi has been doing side quests. Seed 1 is a buried treasure. Tudo goes the wrong way, and Mangi takes the lead. Mangi keeps the lead all the way to the fortress and the blinds. Mangi's in the stronghold when Tudo is blinding. Mangi zeros and wins seed 1. The second seed is the Desert Temple. Tudo enters the nether first, but the bastion is a treasure, and Tudo has trouble finding the fortress, and Mangi finds it immediately, taking the lead and winning seed 2. The third seed is a village, and Tudo will once again take a 10-second lead into the nether, but the bastion is far, and both runners route it, and Mangi takes a 10-second lead into the fortress. Mangi enters the stronghold first and does the world's hardest nav in 0 cycles for the win. In Aquacorde versus Silver, Aquacorde has been playing really well recently. Great at RSG and Ranked. Silver won the Season 1 Ranked Playoffs Championship and has had other great results. Seed 1 is a buried treasure with far trees. They enter at similar times. Aquacorde does manhunt, while Silver does top down. They enter the fortress at similar times, but Aquacorde is in the lead going to the stronghold. Aquacorde takes a bit of time routing the stronghold, but is still in the end first. But then, Aquacorde falls... Whoa. But then, Aquacorde falls in this hole. But anyways, Aquacorde is still able to 1 cycle and take seed 1. Seed 2 is a desert temple. Aquacorde uses this TNT to explode Flynn, saving him time, entering the nether. Aquacorde keeps his lead into the fort, entering 10 seconds faster. The runners kill blazes and their pace becomes really close.
And the pace is dead even.
Even with the strays the Aquacorde got, in that sort of situation when you both have the rods, like your pre-crafting speed really matters, and it looks like Silver had a pretty clean crafting split.
But I mean, Aquacorde's right here.
Yeah, it looks like Silver opened up to the same train as Aquacorde, but just raw later. Like, Aquacorde has the lead here. Wow. That was, I mean, this seed has been, how well can you navigate to the stronghold? Both doing slightly different things, but entering, this is what we want to see. Very close match, both preempting at the same time.
It's exactly what he needs. It's a library. Is there a spawner? Yes, there is. And there's the portal room for Aquacorde, playing this very safe, not a lot of pearls, so he's going to hunger reset with the Silverfish. Silver doesn't have to, but is still going to be in the end slower. And is this going to be a zeroable thing?
Not that much slower, though. The mechanics
not that much
up a little bit, and it's an awkward zero, Curry.
It is a really awkward zero. It is a front dragon, but it's a high tower. I think this is T103. The movement from Aquacorde to get around while Silver decides to opt for the pearl and is in a really weird spot now. Has to fully leave and is dead.
Oh my gosh. There with the double bed. Maybe having to place a side.
No, Aquacorde just barely saved it and gets a very clean 3+2. And all of a sudden, Aquacorde, who in my opinion probably came into this as a slight underdog, is now up 2-0 against the person who picked him.
The next seed is a rune portal. Silver enters first and it becomes apparent that this seed is fast. Silver saves time due to Aquacorde forgetting that he doesn't have an iron pickaxe. Silver takes a 30-second lead into the fort, and Silver keeps the lead into the stronghold and the zero cycle. The next seed is a village, and Silver does a better job finding Flint, entering the nether first. But Aquacorde does a better job with the piglins and entering the forges first. However, the blaze bed, both runners are down to 4 explosives and cannot zero cycle. Aquacorde enters the stronghold first and zero cycles for the win, with 4 explosives.
It might be 4 explosives? It might be 5. I think it's 4 though.
I mean, we did just see a 2+2, so it's not like...
I mean, 99
it's
here.
It's not crazy. He's going for the 2+2, hitting the dragon twice. Great damage.
Good damage.
But he maybe...
Has to pull a lot. Oh my god!
Yes! Oh my gosh!
God!
Wow!
Unbelievable arrows.
Look at the camera shade.
The bed.
So deserved. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he got 2 more arrows off on that second rotation, and he needed it all.
3 arrows, all lowering the dragon down to the bed, and clutches it out with a 2+2 against a former ranked playoff winner.
Does this mob resemble characteristics and traits of Jesus Christ?
In Feinberg vs Infume, last playoffs, Infume was the 1 seed but got knocked out by Retropod, and is trying to turn it around. While Feinberg is an iconic runner who's trying to beat the Unk allegations. Seed 1 is the Rune Portal. Infume enters much faster and they do triple the gap, and Feinberg takes a death as it's huge time loss, and Infume's able to coast to the win with its awesome 1 cycle.
Is something where, oh, it looks like the dragon's just gonna perch. Doesn't even matter what I'm about to say because this should be a seed 1 for Infume.
And a very solid time. Mid 8 minutes. Beds look great. Oh, the damage. Actually, okay, maybe.
I mean, we made it.
He's typing LOL in the chat.
The next seed is a shipwreck, and Infume once again is able to enter the nether faster, but after the bastion, the seed is tied as Feinberg is caught up. Infume plays the spawner a bit better and pulls ahead a bit entering the stronghold. Feinberg catches up, and both runners are even in the stronghold.
To deal with a hoglin. Hoglins don't like portals, and there's a mine shaft in the stronghold. So this is not free nav. I do like the spike on the side of Infume. I'm curious to see if it ends up working out, though. Feinberg getting a similar spike. Infume not figuring out how to get to it. Maybe this way. This looks good. The light's there. It's the portal room for one of them. Feinberg needs to lock in and find it now. It is this way. It's to the left, but Infume's going to be entering the end, and it's open.
Wow. They made very similar decisions there, but it's just coming down to this micro. You know, only a couple. Infume's going to
be really low on this pearl. Infume
oh my gosh,
really low on this pearl, and it's going to be 95 universal side setup. I think this is a really tough 0 for Infume. A really tough 0 for both runners.
He should be okay. I think we have a good amount of explosives. This should be a great double bed. Dragon's at less than half health. Can also get a double bed here for some great damage.
Oh yeah, this is nice. No, it's 2-1-3. It's a pretty standard 0, and Infume is not going to hit it. Infume's not going to hit it.
What happened?
It wasn't enough damage. Kills it now. And I think Infume still wins because The recovery explosive. That got so scary. Infume should still win, and Feinberg's Dragon had to do an extra rotation anyway. But Infume almost making it
Good end
a
fight.
very different set going into the third game.
Seed 3 is a buried treasure. Infume once again enters another first, and this seed's very fast. Infume keeps the lead into the fort, but Feinberg catches up on the blind. They are deadlocked on the way to the stronghold, but in the stronghold, Feinberg pulls ahead. With his ranked PB on the line, although this isn't official, Feinberg clutches up and hits a 9-bed 0 cycle.
Like, this is a completely free 0 if he's able to get there. 94 has to do universal side setup, I think, here. This is going to be a little bit tough, but again, the fact that we have so many explosives here, this also is technically ranked PB pace for Feinberg. Has to load the crossbow, gets the thing down, gets a good double bed. I mean, these beds aren't amazing, Parker, but we have so many explosives. The problem is not going to be the explosives. It's going to be, is Feinberg going to have enough health to get all these explosives off? And there's one more bed to go.
Oh my gosh.
And there it is.
Not the cleanest 0 ever.
Seed 4 is a ruined portal without an iron pickaxe. Infume enters another first once again, and they both rip iron from the first chest they look in. Infume retains the 10-second lead into the fortress, but Feinberg gets a little closer on each split until they enter the stronghold at the same time.
Definitely close enough. If this nav is close, like, we need to see Feinberg nail this nav here. What's it going to look like for Infume? No immediate spike.
Same situation.
For Infume, and there's the portal.
Infume, he could
Can
kick
we
Feinberg
push to
out.
95? We are. We're pushing to 95. With plenty of
Gets
time
it
to
off.
spare. Gets there. The dragon doesn't fly. Feinberg's in the portal room now, but it doesn't matter if Infume finishes us off with this 0. And there it is.
So, that is the first round. We had some favorites win, but also some crazy upsets. Next week, I'm going to make a video on the rest of the tournament, but as for now, if you enjoyed the video, good for you, I guess, and have a marvelous day.